Hello to all my country village fellow tenants that are living here. As I stated on our bulletin board, I was going to have a meeting this morning. Well, that took place, and let me give you a few of the things that took place in that meeting. It's kind of hard for me to know where to start. Let me start by saying everything that I say is based on my experience. Some of the statements will be based on my opinions of what happened. So I just want to make sure you understand. I will try and be as accurate as I can to report how quickly that meeting turned into just a joke. They had no intention of doing anything. Present at the meeting was Shannon Waters, a man named Michael Bond, who said he was from corporate, but when I asked him for a business card, he wouldn't, or said he couldn't give it to me. So I don't know. I can't verify him. And there were 3 people from the Jurupa Valley Building and Safety Department. Anyway, I'll be editing, so my dog went crazy. I'll edit that out. But there was a code enforcement gentleman named Benny Zimmerman, who I have had exchanges email with. He's the one that invited me to come to this meeting. Jim Condom, whatever his name is. I asked why he was supposed to be at the meeting, according to Mr. Zimmerman, but Mr. Bond informed me that he would not be coming to the meeting. And then there was the inspector. I don't have his name. I have his card. If you're interested, I can get it, or you can ask me for it. All the new construction. And then another gentleman who I assume was again, I don't have his name. I have his card. I just don't have it right in front of me. I believe he was some form of a supervisor over the inspectors. They were all wearing shirts that said code enforcement on the back and kind of looked like they were police the way they were, other than not carrying guns. But anyway, they started the meeting by first starting a meeting without me. They told me I had to wait. So it was not too long, a couple minutes. And then finally I was invited into a conference room. Of course, Mr. Bond started off by lecturing me, trying to tell me I'm harassing his employees by calling them out for not doing their jobs, accusing me of all kinds of stuff, which is what I expected. Although it's none of it's really true. There's no harassment yet, but I think it's coming on their part, and I'll get into that in a minute. The first thing they did was offer me. They said, "We will not hold you to your lease. You're free to leave with no financial penalties. If you don't like it here, you can leave, no problem. We'd be happy for you to just move." So they were trying to tell me basically get out, and that giving me the option of leaving, which, like probably most of you, is not an option. There's nowhere affordable around here that I go to. And honestly, I like living here. I have a lot of friends here. I enjoy living here. I just don't want to live in an environment that is unsafe. And the maintenance here is substandard, and every one of us is at risk because of their failure to provide maintenance based on our safety. So anyway, they didn't want to hear that. So then the meeting, I started to show them a video. First of all, they all played dumb about the video that's posted on this page. or on the Country Village bulletin board page that anybody can find, of smoke coming up from underground. One of the inspectors was trying to say, well, maybe that was a steam test for underground piping. And I don't know, they had some other excuses. And then it devolved when I was trying to pull up on my tablet the video. Of course, they wouldn't let me have internet access to internet, so I was having to use my phone. Use my phone as a hotspot for my tablet. But basically, it came down to they didn't really even care about seeing the video that much. I was having trouble actually getting it because of just the way problems I was having with my internet connection and other things. So then I said, well, let me show you the pictures I have. Can't show you the video. Let me show you the pictures. So I showed them the pictures of the electrical outlet violations and things like that. Showed it to the inspector, and he kind of rolled his eyes, and then I showed him the second picture of what was supposedly their repairs, which again he did confirm that it was absolutely not to code. It has not been repaired. Of course, they denied. They said, well, we get a report from the fire department and blah, blah, blah. And we never got anything. But yet I know there's written statements that the ladies did call the fire department, and they came out and basically disconnected a wire, and that stopped the smoking, because what it was a burning insulation under the ground. So I was told, first off, I had no right to do inspections. And so I countered with, I'm not doing inspections. I'm just making observations as I go around the facility. And these observations are showing me that I'm living in unsafe, substandard buildings full of electrical code, plumbing code, fire department code, other things like that. So at first they tried to tell me I wasn't allowed to even... I'm sorry, I think my phone caught it. I'm going to have to splice some things together, I guess. Anyway, I asked them, and I was told Mr. Zimmerman said he couldn't find any of these locations, even though I had dropped the pin at a very precise location on the map provided on the Building and Safety's website, where I can file these complaints of substandard buildings. And said couldn't find them. So I asked for a map, was given a map, and I actually Shannon gave me one of their little maps of the property, little paper one, and so I basically showed her exactly where it was, and she marked it. I told her where it was. I said between building 68 and 69 at the end of the carport. So, and she even marked on that paper. So then, as basically Mr. Bond said, this meeting's concluded, told me to leave, that I was no longer welcome there. I asked the city inspectors, would you please accompany me to this site, even though I'd already showed them the pictures, and they agreed. There was a significant amount of violations in that circuit. I informed them that it had been like that for over 90 days. Of course, once they see it and cite it, then Country Village will have 30 days to actually, under law, they have 30 days to do a repair. And then, of course, the repair then will have to be re-inspected to make sure it's done to code. So as of right now, the fire causing or burning installation, whatever you want to call it, the city has still yet not, quote unquote, been able to find it. I volunteered to take them there. They refused. I marked it on a map. Of course, whether they go there or not, I don't know. I was told to leave. The inspectors and Mr. Bond and Miss Waters, Mrs. whatever, decided they would go into another office anyways. So basically, that was the conclusion of the meeting. I did inform them that I have plans to go to the county fire. Right now, I have at least 14 fire code violations that I've observed. I'm not inspecting, I've just observed them. So I'm just going to go straight to them. They said I should mail my concerns to the office maintenance department. One of the things I did, I said there used to be a form that we could fill out, the tenants could fill out requesting maintenance, a written form. And they basically said, oh, we don't do that anymore. You can do that online. There's some website. And I said, well, I don't have access to that website. So I haven't looked at the paper, but supposedly Shannon gave me, I just came out of the meeting. I haven't had a chance to even look at the website that she gave me, that I guess I have to have a password, which I was never been given to even get on that site. So, but anyway, it was very negative. And of course, I'll be honest, I'm expecting now that I will receive an eviction notice for harassment or something like that. Of course, I will fight it. Like I say, I'd love to move out of here, but like most of you, my finances don't allow me to just pick up and leave, and the limitation of apartments, I can't even qualify for this place on my own. Like I said, I'm doing this because I love you guys. I don't want to see anybody hurt or injured. That's what this is really all about. That's my motivation. Not about money, not about anything else. But obviously, management is taking a different viewpoint. Like I say, I'm sure I'll be receiving a letter and a threat of eviction, or maybe even eviction notice. I don't know. But I'll do what I can to fight it. I believe I have enough evidence with photos and things like that, emails, everything else that's going on, to prove that they're the ones harassing me with this eviction notice as retaliation of the fact that I called them out for their substandard maintenance. So anyway, that's it. I really wish I could have spent more time and brought up a lot more issues that you guys have shared with me, but I'm not surprised. The meeting was called off or cut off, and I was thrown out. So I'm going to get this edited back together, and I will post it to this site. You'll have to go through a link on the bulletin board that I will put, that will give you access to the actual video on YouTube, because this video will not be able to be put on there. I don't want to put it on that site. There's really nothing they can do about it if I put it on YouTube. They'll still have, just the fact that they have access to this Country Village bulletin board, they'll have access to get to the video somehow, and that's okay. That's fine. So that's the status. I'll just have to see what happens from now. But it's obvious the management here does not, again, my opinion, they have no interest in protecting you or doing anything. It seems like the city would rather cooperate with the management here than enforce the codes. That's what it appears to me. So again, my opinion. So I want to emphasize that, because they take, they're telling me I don't have authority, and that many of the things I was trying to say in that meeting, he said, well, that's your opinion, and I agreed. Yeah, it's my opinion. I don't have a problem with that. That's my opinion. But the pictures I was showing them are evidence of fact that my opinions are valid. So anyway, I'm going to cut this off and splice it together and get it posted. I have a couple of other irons in the fire. I'm in the middle right now. I requested a MSDS sheet for the chemicals that the gardeners, fertilizers, herbicides, whatever they were spreading around near my house yesterday. And of course they said, well, we'll have to get, they basically they couldn't provide it, which is a violation of the Federal Right to Know Act of 1986, and then the revised California revised Right to Know Act of 2017, which is even more stringent. So I then, as I got home, I put that in an email form, sent it in writing, requesting those. And of course, if they don't give me a prompt response on that, they are in violation of my rights. So I can pursue that. And since I got that before I got any eviction notice that I'm sure they're working on, that'll be more proof of harassment. Anyway, I'm sorry to have to bring such bad news, but you live in a place where the value of your life is far less worth management here. In fact, they probably would just be happy for you to, whatever way, not be here so they could really increase the rent to the next tenants. My opinion. I have to say that. My opinion. Anyway, I'll get this video posted soon. And I'm welcome to receive any replies from any of you. Go ahead and put them on the Country Village board. I don't care at this point. Just know whatever you post, you can expect management will see it. If you want, I will give you my private email, my phone number. I have no problem with any of that. So have a good day. Bye.